Hi children, so in this video we will learn our tenses in detail. First of all, we need to learn to identify and analyze the tense of a sentence, and for that we need to know what is a tense. In my first video I have already informed you that tense refers to time in a language. But when we look at the actual definition of tense, it says that tense is the form taken by the verb to indicate time and continuance or completeness of the action or work. It means that tense not only displays time but also talks about the continuation or completeness of the action or work. And that is why the two most important things to learn and understand tenses are time and work. So let us understand time and work separately. As you know that time is of three kinds: present tense, past tense and future tense. Present tense means the time which talks about present moment or current moment. Past tense means the time which has gone or passed away. And future tense means the time which is going to come in future. Now let us understand our work. According to the definition of tense, we have two types of work. One is continuous, which means which is continuing, and second is perfect or complete. For example, when I say I am playing football. Now in this sentence, the action is continuing. And when I say I have played football, it means I have finished playing football. The action of playing is completed, or you can say it is perfected. Now, with the help of these two works, we can make two more works. First, the work which is neither continuous nor perfect. That is, we are not able to understand whether the action or work is continuing or it is completed. For example, I play football. He plays football. She plays football. Now, in this sentence, we cannot analyze whether the work of playing is continue or it is completed. Here I am generally talking about my action of playing. So this sentence is not giving me definite information. So this is called indefinite or simple. And second work which we can form is the work which is continuous as well as perfect. Now what does it mean? How is it possible that action is continuing as well as perfected? So do not get confused. With the word perfect here, we mean the fixed time. The action has started at a fixed time and is still continuing. For example, I have been playing since morning. Here, the work playing has started in the morning and is still continuing. So this type of work is called perfect continuous. I hope now you can understand time and work. And now we will combine our three major tenses: present tense, past tense and future tense with these four works, and then we will get our 12 tenses. Now you can easily make out how tense is equal to time plus work, or you can say verb. If you have understood these things clearly, then you can easily identify the tense of a sentence. Now look at this table. Now here, let us try to understand all these 12 tenses. Now first one is simple past, or you can say past indefinite. When we look at the sentence structure, it goes like this: subject plus second form of the verb plus object. Now, when I say I played football, now played here is second form of the verb play. We say play, played, played. So played is the second form of the verb. Now here in this sentence, the time of playing has not been defined. We do not understand whether the action was completed or it was continuing in the past. So it is simple past tense, or you can say past indefinite tense. And another thing which you need to remember here is that whenever you want to speak a negative simple past tense sentence, you are going to use did not. I didn't play football. Another thing which you need to remember is that with did not, you are going to use first form of the verb here. You are not going to say I didn't played football. It will be wrong. You have to use first form of the verb. And similarly, if you want to speak an interrogative sentence in simple past tense, you are going to use did. Did I play football? So this is how you can make your affirmative, negative and interrogative sentences in simple past tense. I hope simple past tense is clear to you. Now let us move on to simple present tense. Now the sentence structure is subject plus first form of the verb plus object. I have written S/ES within brackets. It means that if our subject will be singular, we are going to use S or ES with our first form of the verb. If I am saying I play football, it is simple present tense, because in this sentence the time of playing is continuing, or the work is continuing or completed. We do not know. That is, it is indefinite, or you can say it is not defined. So it is simple present tense. And if you want to say the same sentence with your subject he, she or it, you are going to say he plays football. She plays football. So as you can see in the sentence structure, you have to use S or ES with your singular subject. And if you want to make it a negative sentence, you are going to use do not. I don't play football. So with I, with you and with plural, you are going to use do not. And if your subject is singular, you are going to use the word does. He doesn't play football. She doesn't play football. And if you want to make it interrogative sentence, you are going to make it do I play football or do you play football? And if your subject is singular, you are going to use does. Does he play football? Does she play football? So this is what you need to remember. Where to use do, where to use does, where to use did. I hope simple past and simple present is clear to you. Now let us move on to our simple future tense. Now the sentence structure is subject plus will shall plus first form of the verb plus object. Now here you have to remember one thing. If your subject is first person, it means I or we, then you are going to use shall. And if you have any other subject, you can use will in your simple future tense. But you need to understand the work and time. When I say I will play football or he will play football. Now here the action of playing will take place in future. But again, we do not know whether the action will continue or it will get complete in future. So it is future indefinite tense. And as I told you in my previous video that whenever you want to change any affirmative sentence into interrogative, What you have to do? Simply pick up your helping verb and place it in front of your subject. And this is how you're going to get your interrogative sentence. Will I play football? Will he play football? Will she play football? And this is how you can make many sentences. And if you want to speak a negative sentence in simple future tense, so you are going to add not. I will not play football. I hope simple future or future indefinite is clear to you. Now let us move on to past continuous tense. Now here the sentence structure is subject plus was were plus verb first form with ing plus object. Now was, as I told you in the previous video or in the part 1 of tenses, that was goes with singular subject and were goes with plural subject. Now when I say I was playing football, now in this sentence the action was happening or continuing in the past, and that is why it is a past continuous tense. You can see the cross marks in the box, and that display your action which was continuing in the past time, and that is how you can easily understand that this is past continuous tense. The action was continuing in the past. And if you want to speak this particular sentence into interrogative form, so what you have to do? Simply you use your helping verb was or were and place it in front of your subject, and you are going to get your interrogative sentence. Was I playing football? Was he playing football? Were they playing football? Were we playing football? And this is how you can make your past continuous sentences. Now moving on to your present continuous tense. Now look at the sentence structure. Subject plus is, am, are plus verb first form with ing plus object. Now when I say I am playing football, now in this sentence the action is continuing at present. So it is called present continuous tense. And you have to remember that is goes with singular subject. It means if you have subject he, she or it, you are going to use is. He is playing football. She is playing football. And if your subject is plural, you are going to use are. We are playing football. They are playing football. And if you want to speak out the same sentence into negative, you are going to use not. And if you want to change it into interrogative form, what you have to do? Pick up your is, am or are and place it in front of your subject, and this is how you are going to get your interrogative sentence. Am I playing football? Is he playing football? Are they playing football? So this is how you can make your interrogative sentences in present continuous tense. Now let us understand future continuous tense. The sentence structure is subject plus will be plus verb first form with ing plus object. When I say I will be playing football, now here it means the action of playing will continue in future. That is why it is future continuous tense. And similarly, to change it into negative, you are going to add not. I will not be playing football. When you are talking about a future continuous action. And if you want to change the same sentence into interrogative, will I be playing football? Will he be playing football? Will she be playing football? So you just have to change your subject and you are going to make a new sentence in future continuous tense. Now let us move on to our next tense, that is past perfect tense. Now here the sentence structure is subject plus had plus third form of the verb plus object. Now one thing which you have to remember is that whenever we use perfect tense or whenever you talk about the completed action, the perfected work, you are going to use has, have, had. Fine. And if you are talking about past perfect, so you have to remember your sentence structure that says subject plus had plus third form of the verb plus object. And always remember that with perfect or completed action, you are going to use third form of the verb. Now, when I say I had played football, now it means I completed the action of playing in the past, and that is why it is past perfect tense. And you can simply change it into negative and interrogative. I had not played football. Had I played football? So this is how you can change your sentence. Moving on to your present perfect tense. Look at the sentence structure, that is subject plus has, have plus third form of the verb plus object. Now here has, you have to remember that has goes with singular subject and have goes with plural subject. When I say I have played football, now here it means the action of playing has been completed in the present moment, and that is why it is present perfect tense. Or you can say I have just played football. So this is how we can differentiate our past perfect and present perfect tense. Another thing which you need to remember is that how you are going to use it with singular subject and plural subject. If you want to speak the same sentence with a plural subject, you are going to say we have played football. So just change your subject and you have to choose your has or have, and you are going to get your correct sentence. And similarly, you can change it into negative as well as interrogative. I have not played football. They have not played football. He has not played football. Have I played football? Have they played football? So this is how you are going to change your sentences. Now let us talk about our future perfect tense. So the sentence structure is subject plus will have plus third form of the verb plus object. Now here when I say I will have played football by tomorrow. So here the action of playing would have completed at a fixed time in the future. So it is future perfect tense. I hope it is clear to you. And you can easily change this particular sentence into negative as well as interrogative. I will not have played football. Will I have played football? So this is really very simple. And the black line which you can see in the box denotes how the action started in the past and continued for a particular moment and finished. So the action was perfected at a particular time, and that is how we can differentiate our past perfect, present perfect and future perfect. Now talking about your perfect continuous tense. First is past perfect continuous tense. Now look at the sentence structure. Subject plus had been plus verb first form with ing plus object. When I say I had been playing football. Now here the action of playing started at a perfect time in the past and was continuing for some duration in the past. So it is past perfect continuous tense. Most of the children get confused between past continuous and past perfect continuous. In past continuous, the action of playing took place for a short duration and which do not require any extra information in the past. But in past perfect continuous tense, the speaker is looking back on some past event which took place at a particular moment and continued for some duration. I hope it is clear to you. So you can say, I had been playing football for 2 hours when it started raining. So here you can easily identify how we can differentiate between past continuous tense and past perfect continuous tense. So you can easily change this particular sentence into negative as well as interrogative. I had not been playing football. They had not been playing football. So whatever subject you have to use had been. And now let us move on to present perfect continuous tense. So the sentence structure is subject plus has been or have been with first form of the verb with ing plus object. I have been playing football. Now here in this sentence, you can also say I have been playing football for 2 hours. It means the action started 2 hours ago and is still continuing. Here we have been given perfect time of action, that is for 2 hours. So it is present perfect continuous tense. And you can speak the same sentence into negative by adding not. And if you want to change it into interrogative, simply bring your has or have in front of your subject and you are going to get your interrogative sentence. But you have to remember that has goes with singular subject and have goes with plural subject. Then moving on to your future perfect continuous tense. Now the sentence structure is subject plus will have been plus verb first form with ing plus object. Now here when I say I will have been playing football. Now what does it mean? It means the action of playing football will be continuing in future from a fixed time. When I say I will be playing football from morning till evening. So here I am talking about a fixed time from morning till evening. So it is future perfect continuous tense. And you can speak out the same sentence into negative by adding not. And you can change the same sentence into interrogative by saying will I have been playing football? So you have to place your helping verb in front of your subject. Now let us understand how we have understood time and work altogether. So when we talk about our continuous work, what we have to remember that in present tense we have to use is with he, she, it, am with I and are with your plural subject. And if it is your past continuous tense, so you have to remember that with your singular subject you are going to use was and with your plural subject you are going to use were. And for future continuous tense you have to remember that whatever your subject is you are going to use will be. Then talking about your perfect work or completed action. So if it is your present perfect tense, so you are going to use has with singular subject and have with plural subject. And if it is your past perfect tense, then you have to use had with all the subjects. And if it is your future perfect tense, then you are going to use will have. So these are the few things which you need to remember. Now let us talk about our third work, that was simple work or indefinite work. So what you have to remember? You have to remember your sentence structure, and you have to remember if your subject is singular, you are going to use S or ES with present, simple present tense with first form of the verb. And if your sentence is in simple past tense, you are going to use second form of the verb. And if your sentence is simple future or future indefinite, you are going to use will with your verb. I will play. He will play. I hope it is clear now. And let us talk about our fourth work, that is perfect continuous. It means the work which is continuous as well as perfect. Or you can say the work which already started but still continuing. So if you are talking in present perfect continuous tense, so you have to remember with singular subject you are going to use has been, and with plural subject you have to use have been. And if your sentence is in past perfect continuous tense, then you are going to use had been. And if your sentence is in future perfect continuous tense, then you are going to use will have been. I hope now it is clear to you how time and work go together and make our 12 tenses. I hope now there is no doubt related to tenses.